This is Diana with ASAP Accounting and Payroll, and thank you all in advance for attending today's webinar. I have with me Mark Bonatti with AP Intego Insurance Group. This is ASAP's insurance partner for pay-as-you-go workers' compensation. He's going to be presenting today's topic and walking you through the basics of workers' compensation. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mark.
Great. Thank you, Diana, and thanks everybody for joining today. Good morning. My name is Mark Bonatti. I'm from AP Intego Insurance Group. Just briefly about myself, I've got over 25 years experience in insurance. I've been in the workers' comp arena for just about all of those years in different forms and variations, and I've been with AP Intego. I'm the Director of Business Development here, and I've been with them for almost 7 years. With me also today, I invited a couple of our agents, our producing agents that are here with me, Jennifer Spears and Don Dowich, both of which are on a day-to-day basis working with our insurance carriers and providing quotes for our customers and working with our business partners. So thank you very much. And I'll be going through the slideshow. I hope you all can hear me fine. At any time, please stop if you have a question. Don't be afraid if you think it's a funny question. I'm sure somebody else in the group has the same question. So by all means, this is an open forum for any discussion, any back and forth. Please ask a question if it comes up. So without further ado, let's get started. A little bit about us. We are the AP Intego Insurance Group. You probably haven't heard of us, but we are a national brokerage and focusing on small business and medium-sized business. To us, that's, say, 250 employees and below would be small and medium-sized business, would be where we focus our efforts in providing best insurance products with best insurance carriers across the country. We have a little promo video here from our website I'd like to play for you. It kind of gives a little kickoff to the rest of the show.
Is buying insurance for your business a painful, costly, tired process? Are you interested in a way to simplify your life, save time, provide additional cash flow, and automate your payments? If you are, then we can help. It's what we do for over 10,000 businesses all over the United States. It's who we are, AP Intego Insurance Group. We specialize in small to medium-sized businesses and work with the leading AM best-rated A insurance companies. With us, there's zero down payment, and our workers' comp pay-as-you-go billing allows you to pay just the right amount throughout the year. Okay, wait a second. Best price, cash flow, an easier way? Are we talking about insurance? Here's how it works. First, we'll shop around to get you the best quotes. Then, with no money down, we'll take a small portion of the premium from your account. We'll do this throughout the year. Run your payroll consistently and pay the right amount each time. Simply, smoothly, and automatically. The rest is up to us. Improve your cash flow. Improve your insurance. Improve your business. AP Intego Insurance Group. Visit our website today at www.apintego.com or call us at 888-289-2939.
All right. That's a nice little spot we like to have out there because it does encapsulate a bit of our business and our model, and I'll get into more detail there. We offer only the best insurance companies to our partners, to our business partners, and to our customers. We have a standard that we only work with AM Best A-rated insurance companies, so the message to you folks is if you're working with us, you're in good hands, not only with us, but with the insurance companies we work with. And this is a sampling of those here. Some of the other products we offer our business customers are workers' compensation is our flagship product, and we'll talk more about that in specifics, and the pay-as-you-go product, which I think you'll find very interesting. general liability insurance, business owner's policy, commercial auto, commercial umbrella liability, professional liability for those of you who may need that, employment practices liability, which all businesses really should be looking at in today's day and age, and property insurance. It's just an overall feel for us. So let's dip back a little bit and go into workers' comp, kind of the basics of it and what it is and how the premiums are made up. You all have premiums, and it may not be known to you how those premiums actually are calculated. So essentially, the basis to it is your payroll. So as your payroll flows, your premium will flow based on the types of jobs that employees do, the type of business that you're in, and obviously the landscaper employee is going to be a higher rated employee as is say a clerical or a salesperson, somebody like that. So you've got the payroll, and you multiply that by the rate, and the rate is based on the job itself, which I was just describing. The higher risk the job, the higher the rate is for that job. The experience mod is something that each company will have after a period of time in business, and it's basically the look at your business based on a claims history. So if your claims history is deemed to be average for your business, your SIC code, or less, then you will have an experience mod that is under 1.00. And if you have more claims than your peer group, it will be over 1.00. And what that means is if you're average, it will have no effect on your premium. If you're below average, it'll actually reduce your premium. If it's above average, then it'll raise your premium. So, and the fourth factor there is the state fee and the percentage that the state would put on your premium for fees, administrative costs, etc. So you put it all together, and the premium that you pay is the payroll basis times the rate of each employee, the experience mod, your experience mod for your company, and the state fee percentage. So some of the variables, as I mentioned, the payroll amount will make it change if you're growing, if you're shrinking, if you're changing job types or workers' comp class codes as they come along, if you're adding a job, a type of employee or a type of work that you haven't done in the past, that will have an impact. As I mentioned, your claim history will have an impact on the premium. And as we've all seen in the past as well, insurance companies will change their rates as they go along. Most of the time it's on a yearly basis. The states control that pretty heavily, but you will see from renewal to renewal, occasionally you'll see a rate change up or down. In the past few years we've seen many of them go up, but again that is based on the type of business that you're in. But I would say overall the insurance companies have charged higher premiums over the last couple of years. Ways to manage your cost, a couple of ways is really do your best, use your own insurance company, use your own resources to control the risk of claim, meaning the safety on your premises and all the pieces that go into that. And there's lots of resources for that. I would say your insurance company is the number one, is where you would start. The other way to manage your costs is to periodically go out into the market or have an agent go out into the market for you and shop for best pricing. In all but just a couple of states, Wisconsin, Florida, New Jersey are those states, you can competitively shop your rate. You can get a different rate from different insurance companies, and again, I wouldn't do it every year, but periodically it is a wise decision to do, and it can help you manage your cost. Okay. A little bit about pay-as-you-go workers' comp. So you got to feel about how workers' comp is made up and the factors that will influence the premium. So this is our flagship product right here. What is it? It's a calculation of your premium, and it's based on every payroll and actual payroll. So instead of receiving an estimate of a payroll for the year and us billing based on an estimate for the year, we will base our billing on actual payroll that we receive on weekly basis or on your pay period from ASAP Payroll. So we'll get the data that we need directly from them in a feed, and then our system will do calculations to determine the exact amount due each and every pay period. It's not estimated, so at the end of the year, which we'll talk about in a second, theoretically, when it's time for audit and the insurance companies do workers' comp audits regardless, there'll be zero earned in terms of you'll have, theoretically, there'll be no additional monies owed, and there'll be no monies back to you from the insurance company from your overpayment. Some of the benefits of this product, this is where it gets a lot better, is there's no down payment. Your current policy probably requires a down payment of 20, 30, 40, 50%. Some businesses requires 100% up front and then a couple of payments that are all estimated and then wait for the audit to see what happens with final payment. Ours is a zero payment, zero down payment. It strings out your payments based on your pay period. So if you're paying twice a month, you'll have 24 payments for your first year, for example. We do everything electronically, so there's no invoices, no checks to write. We will send you information to get your insurance, your banking information. You'll give us that information right into our system, directly into our system, and we'll debit the money directly from you that way. You'll pay only what you owe and when you owe it. So if your business, again, is growing or shrinking, your payments will mirror that. And again, as the years end and you have your audit, or if you have your audit, your hassle, your ease of that audit, and the risk of monies owed is much less. This is our bank, our full bank of insurance carriers we use. What we do is when we get information from ASAP Payroll that you're interested in getting a quote, we will get the information from you. We will call you. I'll get into that in a second. And we will go out to this insurance place and try to develop a competitive market for you. Get as many quotes as we can and leverage them to the best we can. How do we get started? First, let ASAP Payroll know that you're interested. They'll send us the information we need, and you will get a phone call from Don or Jen or maybe one of our other agents here, but you will get a phone call from us fairly quickly after that referral is sent in. If you can, pull your current workers' comp policy prior to the call. That provides us and you quick access to all the information that we would need to do the underwriting. Depending on the type of business that you run and how complex it might be, we would need anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes to get the information we need. And then we'll go out to the market and, again, try to bring competitive quoting back to you. Assuming that all works and assuming that the policy is quoted and you like the quote and we bind the policy and we become an agent for you. Another piece of what we do is very different from the corner agents around the country. Is we provide you a web portal that's unique to you, and it provides you the information you need 24/7 right through our website that is very helpful and handy to have. A little bit about it. First thing that will happen is you'll get an email after the policy is bound that will give you your username here. This one says K Redfield 52, for example. And then there'll be a click for a link to provide your own password. So you'll be asked to create your own password. And that's the first step This is the password screen. It basically gives you guidance as to what the passwords will be, and then you create your own password. This is all within our system. This is our landing page for our website, if you may have been there already, apintigo.com. And right in the upper right-hand corner, there's a login. And the way you would go is you just come to our website with any device and just click on that, and you will get in to your login screen, and that'll take you to this landing page. And this is a demo landing page for a company, fictitious company, Interior Magic of California. And this is what it would look like when you land. And you've got some different pieces to it that you can manage through here. And say, for example, you went down to this piece, view the policy. The next piece that you get is this box on the upper left with some choices as to what you would like to see. And the first page, as we go through to give you a feel for this, is your basic information that we have. It'll give the name of your company, the FEIN, your address. Down lower, the screen is cut off, but down lower you get policy number, effective date, you'll get the annual premium, you get the total amount paid, etc. And that's a nice screen there that you land on as a client summary. And then as you go through, I'll show you a couple of other things here too. You've got employee rates. This will show you exactly the employees on the insurance policy, and it'll show a class code. This says none invalid, but that's just for demo reasons. You'll see an actual workers' comp class code in there, and you'll see the rate that is applied to each one. So you'll always be able to go in and know which employees are on the policy. And you can see these choices better now. You can see that it's inclusions and exclusions. If there's an officer in the business that you want to exclude, that would be in there. Rate history, if there's any changes in rates. Earned premium is the amount of premium you've paid, because as I mentioned, you would have, say, 24 payments for the year. So, you could go in and check at any time as to how far along you are and how much you've paid. And then these are the actual transactions, the ACH electronic transactions that you've had. So if we go there, for example, the ACH transactions, it looks like this. It shows your policy number and the policy term, and then it shows the actual transaction date, the billing date, and the bank draft or your payment date, and it shows the amount. And there's details too you can go through here. So it's all very handy and very useful information. And as you can see, there's a download button as well. So if this could be a very long sheet here of transactions if you had several transactions for the year, and you could always download that and keep that if you needed that for record or needed to push that to an accountant or somebody of that nature. Okay, a little more on how the process works in terms of payment. So we'll take the check date from the prior week, say it was on a Friday, say it was last Friday. And then on Mondays of each week, ASAP sends us the data. We get the upload of the data. Tuesday and Wednesday, it goes into our system. It gets consumed into our system automatically. And Tuesday and Wednesday, our service staff will take a look at it to make sure that there's no red flags, to make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary from the prior payroll upload. And then by Wednesday night, the billing is set. So Thursday morning, you'll get a notification, an electronic notification from us indicating the exact amount due, and it'll show anything that's broken out. If there's a state fee involved or anything like that, it'll show the exact amount due and the total. And then on the following Monday, if it's not a holiday, the debit will occur from your bank account. So that's the basic flow there. A couple of quick customer testimonials, and I think these are nice because they give you a flavor for why it's different to be with us, why it's different to be on the pay-as-you-go product. And this is essentially, the first one talks about if you're in the market for workers' comp, you give us a try, because we do tout ourselves as being a specialist in workers' comp. And the second one is more of a click-through as to how easy and simple it is to work with us from a setup. And thanks to one of our customers in Pittsburgh, he wrote, "Getting set up with AP Intego was the smoothest customer experience ever. Thanks." And that's what we're about. That's what we're shooting for. That is probably the greatest compliment we could ever get, is to make life easy for one of our customers. This is a survey that we had done, and we wanted to survey the product itself. And this was done over customers over many years that have been with us, and to give us some feedback as to what they think. And really how I look at this is, it was a survey that went from strongly disagree to strongly agree, and the questions are basically these over here. AP Intego makes the workers' comp payments easy. We make the payments more accurate. We save you money. We save you time, and we increase your cash flow. And as you can see, there's some in the neutral, there's some in the 5 to 6 strongly agree area, and then a whole bunch up here. And some of these that we're especially happy to see and proud of, because again, it's what we work for, is making the payments easy, saving time, and saving money. And those are the types of things that, again, that's what we work for to earn your business. So the ease of payment, the time saving, the accuracy, it's all been achieved by the customers that work with us. So that was a great product survey result. This is the web page for Pay-As-You-Go Workers' Comp for ASAP. And if you go through there, you'll find an interesting button that says Get a Quote. And that is a tool that we've developed, and it's a very nice tool. It gets you a quote estimate right online. It's a tool 24/7. It doesn't require a person. It's not spend 15 minutes and get a quote, or spend 7.5 minutes to get a quote like some of the car insurance companies. It's truly under a minute to go through it. You can put the information in on your own. And then at the end, the third page of it, it's a 3-page form. The third page will give you an estimated workers' comp quote amount. And if you want us to call you, if you want us to get involved with you and get a true quote together for it, you can just complete that third page and click the button that says Send to an Agent. And this is a nice offering that ASAP puts right there on their website. I want to make you aware of that. So thanks very much today, folks. If there's any questions, please post them to chat, and I'll address them in general. I've got, again, Don and Jen here to answer any technical questions you may have regarding your own policies, for example. And with that, we'll open it up. And if there are no questions, I'll wait a couple of seconds for folks to post any questions they may have on chat, and then I can announce them to all. If there are no questions, then I'll thank you once again, and we'll close it up.
And if anyone has any questions that they might not want to broadcast to the audience, you can feel free to use the chat window as well, and Mark can follow up with you directly after the webinar as well. So feel free to use that chat box. I believe it's on the left corner. It could be on your right. Wait a couple more minutes. Okay, well, Mark's contact information can be, if you want to go back to that screen and click on your contact information, you can email him or call him directly. Otherwise, you can email payroll@businessasap. You can go to our website, which is www.businessasap.com, and you can use that instant quote estimate generator to quote out your policy. And with that, I just want to thank everyone again for coming this morning, and thank Mark with AP Intego for providing this informative webinar. This webinar was recorded, and you will get a copy of the recording via email if you need to share with any of your coworkers or colleagues. So again, thanks for your participation, and have a great day.